Hi, I'm Georgie. Welcome to my channel and also my very first YouTube video. Some of you might know me from Instagram where I share my sewing at Hey Sew Georgie. But I've got a lot of kind of ideas and content that I want to share, and I thought video format might actually be the best for that, hence me starting this YouTube channel. So for my very first video, I thought it might be fun to show you my current fabric collection or stash. Now I'm only going to include fabrics which I've never sewn or cut into before. So in my stash I do have, you know, like larger remnants, bits of other fabric that I've already used before, but I thought I would show you all of the kind of new and unused fabric that I have. Now I think I do need to kind of give a bit of a disclaimer or an explanation that I do own a fabric shop and fabric and sewing supply shop which is called Hey Sew Sister. So I probably have more fabric than the average person, and also a lot of it will have been kind of like old stock from the shop as well, or remnants, just bits and bobs that I've for whatever reason, and I will explain, have got. So these are not in any particular order. They're not ordered by colour, season, type. I just thought I would show you what I've got for fun and possibly some kind of like ideas that I might have as well. So the very first fabric I have here is, I think this is a Viscose Shelley. This was a dead stock fabric that we do still have some of this in stock, I think, at Hey Sew Sister. It's super soft and it's just got a black background with a really cute daisy print. There's kind of some pops of yellow and pink. This, I don't think I have a lot of this. I think it's a remnant, so I possibly only have like 1.5 meters or something like that here. So possibly a Ashling blouse by Jennifer Lauren handmade. Possibly this is what that will get sewn into, or maybe even a patina blouse by the Friday Pattern Company, because I've been quite keen to try that pattern out in a drapier fabric. So I've made it in a cotton poplin, which looks like excellent. I love how the poplin kind of holds the sleeve shape, but I would be quite interested in seeing what it looks like in a drapey fabric too, so that might turn into one of those. The second fabric I have in my stash, so this is a bit of an interesting one. I really love this fabric. This was a fabric that we sold at Hey Sew Sister again. It was dead stock, and we didn't have a huge amount of it, but it was super popular. And then we did actually manage to get some more, and that was also super popular and sold out very quickly. So yeah, we probably had a couple of 100 meters, but because it was so popular, I didn't want to keep any for myself. So what this actually is remnants. They're less than 1 meter. I've got 2 remnants, both less than 1 meter, and one of them actually has holes in it because when you buy and sell fabric, you do actually come across a lot of faulty or defected fabric. So this is probably about 180 centimeters of fabric cut in 2 pieces and with some holes as well. So I don't know what I will make with this. I had been hoping to make a Dawn McCall's with it, which is a dress I'm making at the moment, but I've had to choose a different fabric for that because it does not fit onto this, unfortunately. But yeah, I absolutely adore this. It's a viscose, it's like a crinkly kind of crip. It's really nice, and yeah, I love it. I just need to find the right pattern for it. There's definitely going to have to be a lot of like pattern textures involved due to it being in 2 bits, each less than 1 meter and with holes. So we'll see how that goes. You know what, the next few are from Hey Sew Sister as well, so I'll just get through those really quickly. This was another dead stock, a Viscose Shelley, very nice, but again I only have 1 meter of this because this was a sample, so it's probably going to be like a Friday Pattern Company square neck top, or a cami or something like that, or maybe even a skirt that does not require much meterage. So that's that. Next, this was another dead stock fabric that we sold. Actually, we didn't really technically sell it as a fabric, so this was included as part of one of our seasonal project boxes. The last one, which was our spring box, the theme for that was bloom. So this, again, I think this is a viscose crepe. This was like perfect for our bloom theme. Dark background and then lots of brightly coloured fabrics. This was, I think, really well received by the people who bought our seasonal project box, which, if you don't know, it's a surprise box. So yeah, people are putting their trust into us, into giving them something they'll like, and actually I think this one did go down really well. I had loads of messages saying people loved it. So this is a remnant. I actually had to limit the number of project boxes we sold due to the kind of dead stock nature of this fabric. So I think there were about just over 3 meters included in the project box. This was like the end of the bolt basically, so it's really not very much. I think it's just over 1 meter. So again, I'll have to think what I can make with that, possibly. I don't know if there's enough for a blouse in there, but hopefully. I really like that. Next up is a fabric that we still currently have on Hey So Sister. I have these in my personal stash because these are remnants, end of bolts, or possibly fabrics of defects. So this is a cotton poplin. I absolutely love sewing with cotton poplin. I think it's one of my favourite fabrics to sew with, and that's possibly it's because it behaves well, it's nice to sew with, but also the type of garments that I like to sew, poplin works really well for. So anything that's got a bit of a shaped sleeve, like you know, it's got a bit of a puff to it, or as I mentioned, the patina blouse, that's got a really nice sleeve shape that's kind of like a bit puffed, that poplin works really well for. So this might actually become a patina blouse. I don't know yet, but I really like this one. This fabric is called Gloria and we still sell it on Hey So Sister. I just really like the dark background, and then also the kind of lilac-y daisies, and then the yellow flowers. I just think it's really pretty combination. So that's that one. The next fabric is another dead stock from Hey So Sister. This was a very popular fabric that sold out quite quickly. I named it Groovy Chick just because it gave me like real kind of like, I don't know, early 2000s kind of vibes. This is actually in my stash because it is, well, it has defects, it's faulty. As I mentioned, when you buy like large quantities of fabric to sell on, you will come across fabric with defects, and with it being dead stock as well, sometimes the reason why it is dead stock is because the shop or the designer couldn't use it because of defects. So I think there are a few things wrong with this fabric. I thought it might be interesting to show you actually. This is just minor, but on the edge of the selvage here you can see that there's a bit of like printing, I don't know, like smudging, so that's the kind of ink printing defect there. And then another defect is this. So again, it just looks like the fabric hasn't gone through the printer like completely flat and smooth, so there's a printing defect here. Now I think that I can work around this defect just fine, so I will still kind of like make use of this, but obviously I couldn't sell this in the shop, so that's why this is in my stash. One pattern actually that I thought I could possibly make with this and work around these lines was the new Friday Pattern Company pattern called the I'm going to absolutely butcher this, Saguaro Set, I think it's pronounced, which I'm actually wearing right now. So that's a good reminder to tell you about what I'm wearing. So the Saguaro Set includes a, I guess it's a cropped top, which is weird for me to say because I don't really wear cropped things, but it's a cropped top. It's got loose back wing sleeves, so there's not separate sleeves, it's all kind of like one piece connected to the bodice, and it's kind of like a deep V, and this tie at the front is actually optional, so you could wear it without or make it without, but I really don't know how I'd wear it without this. So yeah, I definitely had to add the tie, otherwise just imagine. And then it's got like a beautiful elasticated bottom, and then I don't know if you can see, the trousers are kind of the same. They've got the same like stretchy elastic band, and then a tie as well. So yeah, this pattern is super like flattering. I really love it. It's not my usual style, and I say that just because I don't normally wear cropped things, but I think I can get away with it because it really is just a slither of midriff here. It's not too much on show. So yeah, I really like this. I think it's really flattering. I've seen it on quite a few different body types and it actually looks great on everyone. So if you're looking for something a bit different, you're maybe a bit bored of making dresses, then definitely check this out. Or even actually if you like jumpsuits or play suits but don't like the inconvenience of going to the bathroom in a jumpsuit, this would be ideal for you. I think it's great for like warm weather, holidays, if you want to stay cool but like covered up, this is ideal. So check it out and let me know if you do end up making one. But yeah, that's possibly what I will make with this fabric. Moving on, so this next one is one that we sold at Hey So Sister quite a long time ago now. I think it was close to when we first opened, but this is looking at it, I think it's a twill, Viscose Twill possibly, but this is, I think, a ex Marimekko and Uniqlo collaboration fabric, because funnily enough I actually have a t-shirt from an old Marimekko and Uniqlo collection, which is this design, this print, but obviously it's like a jersey fabric because it's a t-shirt. And then we saw that Pigeon Wishes, who sell beautiful fabrics, both kind of like dead stock and also more sustainably focused fabrics as well. They were stocking this, so I had to get some of this for our shop. Now this is just 135 centimeters. It was, I think it was an end of bolt or a remnant, and quite often I just sell these on the shop, but because I personally do actually really love Marimekko, I had to keep hold of this one. And I've not found the perfect fabric for it yet. This one is quite special to me with my love for Marimekko, so I haven't rushed to make anything. I just want to wait till I find the right pattern for it. So that's that. Next in my stash is this pretty fabric, which I got from Rainbow Fabrics. So Rainbow Fabrics in Kilburn, who sell online as well. They always stock the most beautiful dead stock fabric and at really reasonable price as well. They're super friendly and I love buying from them. This one is a Viscose Shelley, I think, so it's really soft and has really nice drape, but it's got a kind of like Moroccan tile print going on, I think it is, and I really like this one. I don't know, it just screams holiday to me, so I can't wait to make a dress or possibly even a Saguaro set out of this one. I just think it would be so pretty, and I don't know if it's possibly a little bit sheer, if if you kind of like hold it up. I don't know, but if it is, that's what makes me think it might be good for holiday. So you could totally wear, you know, have your swimming costume on and then put the set on top as a kind of cover up. But I really like this. I love the kind of pink and red. I think that's my favourite bit about this fabric. Yeah, I just think this one's beautiful. I think I have about 3 meters, so definitely enough to make a Saguaro set. So that's that. I've got a few more from Rainbow Fabrics actually, so I might as well show you them all at the same time. The next one is again probably 3 or 4 meters of, possibly 5 actually, it feels quite heavy, of this Eco Vero Viscose Jacquard, I think it is. I think it's viscose. It is really, really beautiful, and it's got like a subtle floral jacquard design to it. I don't know how to describe this colour, possibly like a coral, but yeah, I've got quite a lot of this, so again I've been saving it for a project that requires a bit more meterage, so probably something like, I don't know, like really special, like that's got a big swishy skirt or full length skirt or big sleeves or a wraparound dress. Actually, I will just go and grab a pattern to show you that I think would be nice in this. So this is the Simplicity 8013. Now it says it's a 1970s vintage pattern, so it possibly didn't have the same number originally, but this pattern here, or this view here, I think that requires a lot of fabric. In my size it is probably 5 meters or so. So yeah, I won't definitely be pairing these two together, but I have been saving this fabric for something like this that requires more fabric. Actually, I feel like that would look quite cool, so potentially look out for me making that in the near future. Next up from Rainbow Fabrics is this Viscose Marocaine, I think it is. It's a black background with like pale pinky peach shells on it. So I don't know, I couldn't resist this one. I think it's because it's almost like a polka dot, but the shells kind of make it a bit different. So I've got about 3 meters of this one. I haven't planned anything for it yet, but I do think it's very pretty and quite unique. It will probably be a dress because I love dresses. So that's that one. Next from Rainbow Fabrics, I think this was possibly one that I was sent for free to help promote one of their drops a while ago. But this is a Viscose Twill, I think. It's a little bit heavier and it's got the nice like twill sort of grain to the fabric. It's a very like dark blue background with I don't know what you'd call this, like a rusty kind of orangey brown and pale blue abstract design on it. It's really nice. This is another dead stock which has some defects to it. I think it's very small, like ink splodges I think, but it had these like stickers marking where the defects were. Now things like that, oh look, here you go. Things like this don't really bother me because that probably wouldn't be very noticeable if you placed it somewhere, you know, like on a big skirt or under an arm or something, but you probably would want to avoid putting it, you know, anywhere kind of central or that would easily be seen. So you could completely really just cut around it as well. So yeah, that's another dead stock from Rainbow Fabric. I like that one very much. Just a couple more from Rainbow Fabrics I think. This is another one I got from them a while ago that I haven't used yet, but I just thought it would be cool if I found the right project for it. So this is a floral, but it's not just, you know, your average floral. It's kind of like, it's a fluorescent floral, which I thought was cool. It's quite like Cath Kidston, but fluorescent. So I like that about this, and I probably will make quite a pretty dress out of it, maybe like a tea style dress or a button-up dress with a little poofy sleeve. I think that would be really pretty. Got about 3 meters in this. I feel like I have a lot of fabrics that I've got 3 meters of. The reason for this is if I'm buying a fabric myself that I really like but I don't know what I want to make from it yet, I like to buy 3 meters because a lot of the types of dresses that I make generally require about 3 meters. But yeah, I'd be interested to know what you do when you find a fabric that you like but don't know how, you know, don't know what you're making, don't know how much you need. How much would you normally buy? Would you buy around 3 meters or 4 meters? What would you do? Let me know. Right, 2 final fabrics that I bought from Rainbow Fabrics. This one is, I think it's a modal, and this is quite a different fabric for me. I mean, you can probably see from like the other fabrics that I've shown you, this is like a brownie, I don't know, like a toffee, I don't know what you would describe this as, actually just brown, I guess. A brown modal, and it feels like really lovely and soft. It's just quite different from like the other fabrics that I tend to use, like viscose and cotton. I don't know what I want to make with this. I think I've only got 2 meters, but again, I'm saving it for the right pattern because it's just, yeah, quite a special one for me. And I don't know, does it even suit my skin tone? It might not. I just really weirdly like this shade of brown, so that's that. And then final fabric that I've got here from Rainbow Fabrics is this 100% wool. I think this is X Moon or Abraham Moon, which I think is a Yorkshire business. Yeah, I think so. I think it's been around for a very long time, that makes like woolen tweeds and that kind of thing. So this I bought, to be honest, I bought it towards the end of winter, probably late last year or early this year, so I haven't got around to sewing it into anything, but last year I did make a pink woolen dress, which was actually a Logan shacket by Style Arc, which I extended into dress length and added a waist high. I'll try and put a picture of it on the screen so that you can see it. I've shared it on Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram you'll have seen it already. But I was quite tempted to make something similar with this, because I actually got like a surprising amount of wear out of that wool dress. I mean, I haven't washed it yet, but I've worn it a lot, so I will probably do something similar with this next year, unless I decide to maybe make a shacket and line it. That could also be nice as well, but I just like this kind of shade of turquoise, and I actually think it goes quite well with the pink as well, but I don't think that I could maybe incorporate it. That might be too heavy of an outfit, so yeah, that's that. Next up in my stash, and we are nearly there, is this really cute fabric that my friend Shani or Chantal from who's I Seem So Happy on Instagram sent me a while ago. So it was really lovely, I think during maybe the first lockdown. We'd been chatting to each other and we decided to like send each other a few bits in the post, some like nice treats, and one of the things that Shani sent me was this fabric, which again I absolutely love, but I just haven't found the right pattern for. So this is just cotton, I think it is, but it's really beautiful. It's got like lilac sort of pinstripes, and then fruit, flowers, monstera leaves, bees all over it, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so pretty because it's like a stripe, but it's a bit different with all the like little you know, graphics all over it as well, and there's like little bits of glitter as well, so really, really pretty. Originally I thought, oh, that would make like a really nice bougie pair of pajamas, but then at the same time I want it to be like seen as well, so I don't know, I need to have a think about that. Maybe I can be really good and make two things out of it, so maybe pajamas and ooh, maybe like an oversized shirt would be nice. But yeah, need to decide what to do with this. I do love it. Next up are a couple of new fabrics that we are stocking on Hey Sew Sister. They're both dead stock, and I've kept these because either because they were samples or because of I'll explain in a second. But this one is a Viscose Shelley. It is dead stock, I think I said that, and it's got this like cool fruit print all over it. I think it's quite like 80s. I don't know, I wasn't alive in the 80s, but I feel like it is quite 80s. Black background, multicoloured fruit. The kiwi is blue, I don't really know why, but I still think it's very cool. So that I absolutely love. I think I've got about 3 meters of that, so it's probably going to become a cool dress, or maybe another Saguaro Set, because that is my favourite pattern at the moment. So that's that. Next one, and the penultimate fabric in my stash, is this one, which we're stocking on Hey Sew Sister. Another dead stock. This is an Eco Vero viscose crepe. It is this, just I think it's just a perfect shade of green, and it's got this like beige off-white ditzy floral all over it. I just think this is stunning. I've got about 3-4 meters of this. We'll definitely make a dress or a Saguaro set out of this. Probably a dress actually, because I still prefer wearing dresses, I think. But yeah, I've got about 4 meters of this. The reason why I've got this quantity is because as I was photographing it, I noticed that there was a seam in it. So basically this fabric came on a huge roll, but sometimes on huge or big rolls the fabric is seamed. So we're obviously not going to sell a bit of fabric with a seam in it to our customers. So what I did was I cut to the seam, kept this bit for myself, and then the rest will just, you know, carry on as usual. So yeah, I was quite glad that, you know, I was given an excuse to keep some of this, because a lot of the time with owning my own fabric shop, I obviously can't keep everything that we stock, so I have to be really ruthless, which is difficult because I will only stock fabric that I love myself. So I genuinely love everything that we stock, but I obviously can't keep it all. So I actually don't often keep fabric from the shop. I'd rather it, like, you know, be sold to our customers, because otherwise I would just build up so much that I can't actually use. But this one I was very pleased to keep a bit of. If you want some, there should still be some available now. And then finally, this is quite an exciting one for me. This is a like a patchwork kind of quilted cotton. I'm quite sure it's cotton, in like 2 different shades of pink, a darker and a lighter one. Now I had to get this because I haven't yet found the patience to do any type of patchwork, and I thought that this would just be amazing made into a puff sleeve top. I haven't decided yet. Possibly an Anthea blouse. I made one recently and I do like it, so it might be one of those. But again, I'm not rushing to make something with it because it's a special one and I want to find the right pattern. So this came from Raspberry Bazaar, I think it's called, which I've never been to the shop. I feel like it's maybe in the Newcastle region. I'm not really sure, Gateshead, I don't know, somewhere in the northeast, I'm quite sure. But I discovered this shop from Sam at the Purple Sewing Cloud because she had found some amazing fabric from there in person. But then I followed the shop on Instagram, and they sometimes do like fabric sales in their stories, so I managed to get this. I was so lucky. I was quite sure that somebody else would have bought it before me, as they were just selling I think 2 meters of it. So I'm very glad to have managed to secure this. And yeah, it was only I think £10 for the 2 meters. It's not that wide, but you know, it's still, you know, really nice fabric, and it's been you know, it's patchwork. It's just very nice and different. Now Raspberry Bazaar, I don't think they're not a fabric shop. They sell like lots of like lovely things, but I think they kind of sell a lot more like ethical things and gifts, so do check them out and look out for their fabric sales on Instagram if you can't visit in person. So that was my entire fabric collection, or stash. I haven't counted everything, maybe I will now. But yeah, as I said, I possibly have a bit more in there than most people would, simply because of owning a fabric shop. So yeah, I don't buy fabric too often. I try to save my money for things that I really like. And also, you know, I'm trying not to like over consume as well. I'm trying to be quite conscious. So yeah, I will you know, I'll try and keep you updated on things that I do make out of the fabrics in this stash and collection. It might be ideas that I've mentioned, it might be something completely different, but do stay tuned. Now, because I'm brand new to YouTube, you might see a variety of different videos while I try to kind of, you know, find what I want to do. One thing that I'm quite interested in is patterns and, like, you know, like different styles where they might take inspiration from a bit of fashion history. So I might do some kind of pattern reviews and kind of, you know, like history videos as well, like informative ones. I don't know a huge amount, so I think it's going to be fun to kind of research and tell you what I find out. So yeah, let me know what you think of that idea. I think my next video will possibly be me talking about my wedding dress, which I will also be making. Might not be my next video, but you know, an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that as well. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of other random stuff while I get used to YouTube. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that. And yes, hopefully see you around in future videos. Find me on Instagram at HeySoGeorgie if you want to, yeah, have a chat. Bye!